Welcome back, everybody. In this lecture, we're going to go over an example solution for the OOP challenge. Remember, for this more open-ended project, your solution will probably vary than the one shown here, but as long as you're able to get the same results, it should be okay. Let's go to a Jupyter Notebook now. Okay, so let's begin by creating our account class. And I'm going to start off with the init method. We'll say self as always, and we know there's two attributes that are going to be defined here, the owner and the balance. And if we wanted to, we could set a default balance to be set equal to 0. That way we only need to provide the owner. That's optional. And we'll say owner is equal to the owner that's passed in. And we'll say the balance of this instance is equal to the balance that's passed in. Next, what we're going to do is set up our deposit and withdraw methods. So we'll say deposit self, and we're going to need some amount to deposit. So we'll say deposit amount, or dep underscore AMT for short. And what we do here is we grab our current balance and we'll set it equal to our current balance plus that deposited amount. And then what we can do is instead of returning anything, we can just print out added blank to the balance. And we can use f-string literals if we want here, or dot format, whatever you prefer, and then just pass in the amount. Now for the withdrawal, it's going to be a little different, because remember the withdrawal should check whether or not you have enough funds. So that means we're probably going to need an if statement here. So we'll say withdrawal amount, and we'll say if self.balance is greater than or equal to the withdrawal amount, then self.balance is going to be equal to the current self.balance, and I'm just using tab to autocomplete here, minus the withdrawal amount. And then I'm going to print out withdrawal accepted. Else, that means that the balance is less than the withdrawal amount. I'm going to print, sorry, not enough funds. Then after all of this, I want to be able to print out my account object. So I will have the special str dunder method. It'll just take in self. And here we can decide what we're going to return. It's really up to you, but in our case, I'm going to return the owner. So we'll say owner is, curly braces, balance is, curly braces. And if we wanted a new line to be printed, as we did in the example, we could say / new line. And then you can either use dot format or string literals. If you wanted a string literal, you just put an F there and then pass in the information. So in our case, it's self.owner, and for the balance, it's self.balance. Okay, so remember, you need to return that for the string function. You don't just print it out. And let's try to create an account here and see if we get any errors. We'll say Sam is the owner, and Sam's going to have 500 as their balance. So let's check that we can grab the owner. Sam's looking good. Let's check that we can grab the balance. 500, that's looking good. Now let's see what happens when we print out A. We get owner Sam, balance 500. Let's make a deposit. So I'm going to make a $100 deposit. Added 100 to the balance. Let's print out A again, make sure that the balance has been affected. Great, now we see 600 there. Let's make a withdrawal. A withdrawal of, let's do 600 itself to empty out the account. So that worked out. We'll print A. Our current balance is 0. Now if I try to do one more withdrawal of anything, I should get an error because I have a balance of 0. Or at least I should get a print statement. Okay, sorry, not enough funds. And if I print out A, we can confirm that I have 0. All right, that's all you had to do for this project. Let's do a quick little overview. We set up our attributes so that the instance of owner and balance were equal to whatever you passed in here. We have a simple deposit method, and as a quick note, for these actions of equal to the same thing plus, what you could do as an alternative is instead of writing equals self.balance plus, is just say plus equals. And it's the same thing over here. You could have just said minus equals. So this is kind of sleeker, but it's up to you what's more readable. So you could have done that for the deposit and withdrawal methods. Remember, the withdrawal method needed to have an if statement in order to check that we had enough money in the balance. And then for the string method, we just return back really whatever you want, as long as it conveys the information of the owner in the balance. Okay, you can check out the solutions for more information, and if you have any questions, post to the Q&A forums, and we're happy to help you out there. We'll see you at the next lecture.